Well, I'm reading another. I'm reading another post by Alexius Kamangila. Aguti, why Mary Chilima was not on the plane that led to her husband's death. And he's raising his points. Agunena Aguti, Mary Chilima on the suspect.
And then you are doing an inquiry over something. Even it's a homicide investigation, and even family members become suspects. I don't know what is easy. Mary is a suspect. Mary is a suspect, and I say this with love for the truth. I say this with love for the truth because you need to. Why did Mary leave? Is it just sana bide now? This is important because the question of why Mary did not get into that plane, though it goes to the substantive question. Could you forge any minister? I may think I'm relating the MCP. Kifua ndege meja mnebu chimwendo bana. Kifua ndege meja mnebu. So, and they sympathize with the other side. An investigation has to be comprehensive, and it starts with even investigating. Anamalilao, anamfedwao, wena wouldn't do. Ayanke minandu, ayanke nkani, afodokose wino. And I'm fed up. So we now call offended. And the family has not to be offended because the family is interested in the truth. Unless otherwise, the family, ngati mtundu wachilima ukufuna kuti chilungamo chituke kuti chinachitika akwena ukhala osakhala offended kuti akupangidwa suspect akwena kuzipanga clear ndakuti ngozi ikhalanso bwanji mada. Then na kadu kuzoa ni ngozi ndebwe zikubanga investigation. Why are we doing an inquiry? Nasa tukufuna diziwe jeni. The closest people are the ones that can easily kill you. And hamela na iba fubi ndamina makandi kutekela kusavuta kumaliza iwe. The fact that marriage ni masana kwenye ndege major, it's a question of investigation. You have to investigate with each fayani, marriage ni masana kwenye ndege major. But marriage is also an important witness acha kutitandiza kuziwa zimene zimachitika moyo mwa Chilima the final year, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, even 2 years. What was going on in the life ya Chilima? Amene mwina angakhale understanding kuti chimachitika ndi chani moyo mwa Chilima ndi Mary. So Mary is an important asset to establish kuti moyo mwa Chilima amati chani Chilimayo. Amaona kuti nkhondo zimene amamenya nazo nzona. Of course pali zina zimene mina Mary Chilima sama uzidwa. Zimene sama ziyo. Kuma zina zake Mary Chilima has to know. And that's why she has been insisting, I believe, kunena kuti wanga anapita wa moyo. Ndipo siti kuziwa chinachitika ndi chani. Mary atakuduza kunena kuti the two Mary anali ku Japan amakambira nja. Do you know kuti anthu manena kuti hey anali ina UTM mabeleka ni ali divioni na kuti Raf Kasambala was ku rest house kuja mema ana ku rest house ka uloji muntu wankulunga na meja sama ina makona malunga na mina njao kuma ine ndikumeana ali chifukwa ndi amena kumana ndi Chilima amena kumana ndi Chilima chifukwa ndi banali tofunikira chimene mafuna kuchitika matero ra UTM anuso ukonda ena so lista UTM kumonkonda mati banali china chake chimene amena kupanga. Do you think kuti china chake chimene kupanga kuti bomba limene amakonza Mary samazio? So Mary is an important witness, and Mary has to be a critical witness. She's a thematic figure in the inquiry. This kind of inquiry, because inquiry, CEO council business, don't be too technical. Be basic and is into zitru. Because the technicality you're not starting from scratch. What are you ndabale yako, ndazezemali yako, ndindane yako amino kwenda nao, kumabanga inquiry mene you are not starting from scratch. You are advantaged. You are advantaged. Committee na ije napanga zoboira inde kuma yuaja. They were starting from scratch. You are not starting from scratch. And it's also, we should not lose sight of Malawians. And how and they observe the reaction of people and what the gaps are. Mene Chilima is aware of what was going on. Panali nkani nage mena jitika ndau yango zija. There was an individual. Unena kuti the pilot, the lady, sent the person a message. Kuti ndege, chan, tukumana ni mafunde. Do you remember that incident? Amalai pa jasumaje da kuiwala. Amalai sumaje da kuiwala. Panali muntu amene ankanena onena kuti anatumizana message ndi pilot, and pilot anamfotokozera onena kuti tukumana ni mafunde. Sipali bo, ejenjenjenja. I don't know you and Atubere Munuza are good people. Atubere Munuza, where Subani Mukani Mine. And how you dare for being away? Other than the fact that Munhamina Nakambaza Zmenezizi are going out of Fuzibu Buno and the for Rose. Do you think Rudy Chilima might not have had a chance to Mizira made a message? You know, just to ask, maybe I talk about some of Mpanga scare. Kumano, you know, think about it. Like, those are the things that maybe might be useful to in terms of the conversation. And this really Mary might tell us what was going on in Chilima's life, which might establish a way. Could I have the investigation in Japan focus?
Then we enhance family bob. It is true. Kwina kuli kose kumene mungapite. Mamuna akaphedwa. Pa list ya suspect. Pamafunika bakhaleso mkazi wake. Mkazi akaphedwa. Pa list ya suspects. Pamafunika bakhaleso mamuna wake. Ne kamangira saunama ya. Mere Chilima, the suspect, nice. De mumuitane ku inquiry. Sure anapa mamuna wake. Suspect imatandauza kuti pakali panopa. Iwe yonso ukuoneka ngati a person of interest. A police amafunika panga investigation yawo. Bwino. But in that investigation, amapanga identify persons of interest. These become suspects. Now, amaona no evidence. Ngati kufa kwa Chilima, there are so many persons of interest. Ambili kwambili. Mpaka na President Chakwera. Sean Kamponden. Maga Sean Kamponden. Because Sean Kamponden Sikul mene Chilima anafa. Sean Kamponden was behaving erratically. Kwambili. Sean Kamponden, chimwendo banda, and ku DPP so. Because ku DPP, if mukutati muunikire bwino, DPP inabwerera mboma jufa kuti Chilima anafa. DPP inapanga capitalize on Chilima's death. Ndekuti kutaso kukhala conspiracy ina. Because you first of all build conspiracies. Mukapanga build conspiracy, you start looking at likely scenarios. When you create likely scenarios, you deduce from likely scenarios to present facts. When you present facts, you identify the real suspects. That is where investigations should take you. Dimezma in there. So, investigator, commission of inquiry, mwenera kubwesa ma suspects ambili. You can even summon the DPP. You look at individuals, who are in power now, but they are failing to prosecute the case. Mutawabweleza, aina Jisale, aina Mukito, ndibongo afusa mafuso here, there. You have to understand concept of investigation. You have to understand interrogation. How do you interrogate people so that you can get the answers the objective of interrogation is to get answers that lead you to facts, that lead you to arrests of the perpetrators and the suspects. The Chilima Akhale. There I'm listening to Kamangila. Yeah, he's making a lot of sense. Mfana alindize zeru ngakale college yake anapita kuchankwe. But alindize zeru is serious. So if I was part of the commission, I would invite Mary Chilima. Because it is believed that Chilima and his wife amajogera ku Korea, but they had a stopover in South Africa. Chilima namusi mkazi wake ku hotel ndukupita okayaga. And atwamina akayaga na Chilima, one of them anali McBride in Kalamba, allegedly. Now McBride in Kalamba was with Chilima partying bagana matu. When Chilima got back to the hotel, his wife was upset. They were not talking up until they got to Malawi. Ndawe mene Chilima amapita ku nkata beku maliwa akasambala ninkazo wake sisi mankrisana. Speculation, allegations, allegedly. So we take those allegations, we take those speculations, we compile them, we create a portfolio. You interrogate the woman. You understand kodi situation yae when Amuna wagana liotani. Muna alimutagangana. Was this enough for you to set up your husband? Kodi mumupe. Kabena, did you work with MCP? Because Chilima, a lot of people benefited. Even in McBride in Kalamba, na indijili matsiku limene jimana kama mwa, kujogera kujeni, Korea, fika kujombe McBride wants to be president of MCP. Chilima was a contender for the next elections in Malawi, a possible candidate who would become president. People who want to become president of Malawi, they want to eliminate Chilima. Ayina McBride in Kalamba Sewa would benefit with Chilima's demise. DPP benefited from Chilima's demise. MCP was going to benefit from a lot of people were going to benefit if Chilima was taken out on the chessboard. There's intozimene zima Afrika musisi panga, spread out. Osa kandi kakagulwa kakawokaya. No. From the point of Chilima anatera South Africa, anabira kutiko. Awuyogera ku Korea. Ndiwana kakumana ndindani. Anakama muwandaji na McBride Kalamba. Okay. Anabira kujene ku hotel. Anakangana nikazi wake. Okay. Anabira ku Malawi nikazi wake sabu ya mfulana. Tengani zinkani zosezi. Those are facts you put together. Interrogation, it has to be comprehensive. Then mukafika kumene muyambana kuona on the political aspect of it. Kuti kodi Chilima nikazi wake anakangana zijazo kuti hata mpaka nakazi wake kupanga sira Amuna wake. You look at the facts. Kuti mbanja mao mnali motani. Could the wife be a plant? Could mwina MCP or DPP? Somebody could have gotten to the wife to set the husband up. A possibility, not a fact. But it has to be brought into the commission. It's something that has to be taken into consideration. It's not a fact. Bring those things. That's interrogation. That's investigation. That's what you do. Then, mugapanga list manager, you start eliminating with doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Identify the real criminals now. That's when the whole picture begins to emerge. The final culprits, the perpetrators, the suspects. The menace my identities. Then we are in a water nyamilan, the gurulan. Look into the wife as well. What's a musia marriage Chilima? Mufu seso, kuti zina enda bunch. Because a grieving widow can be masking something. Can be masking something darker. You'll be shocked. Sometimes, because even in Miramari, akupangira grief in Mary, it looks like there is guilt in the grief. I'm not saying she killed her husband. I'm not saying she's part of the conspiracy. I'm just saying it needs to be looked at. Find out, bring the wife as well. Also, the kungobanga identify and find out because they are ataweza so that jumendo banda ataweza so even chakwela ataweza he was not even involved. Sizi kumukuzali chawela amajira woneka kuti his no ataweza ndishoni compound na bango orchestrate game yourself. Ineyo mutanifusa ineyo nditakuza kuti pin on Sean Kamponde guy. Start from there. Ineyo kuti amena anga kale ndi motive yofuna kumupha Achilima ndi ndani. Ineyo nditoneyo Sean Kamponde without batting an eyelid. And there Kamangi are serious. I like that.